nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And then our pastor is going to do a prayer.
Lord, thank you for the opportunity to be here at this board meeting tonight. Lord, I pray that you make your presence known in a mighty way, bring the spirit of unity in. And Lord, we just want to be faithful servants to you and the community that we live in here. Lord, give a spirit of unity to the board here tonight. May all the business be what's supposed to be done. And Lord, we just ask you to come and guide and direct in whatever way you see fit. And we'll give you all the praise and all the glory for it. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
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 Okay. Roll call. Floyd Live.
Yes.
And Byron Darty.
Here.
Brenda Beatty. Present. Jimmy Phillips.
Here.
And Jenny Stafford. Staver. Sorry, I say that every time. I try to concentrate on not saying Jimmy and Jenny, so you guys, okay, but you're all here, and then we show that the attorney's here and Pete's here. All right, we have the minutes. Everybody has the minutes. I need someone to give me a motion to approve the minutes from last week. All right, we have a motion on the table by Jimmy Phillips to approve the minutes for August.
I second them.
And Byron Doherty will second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Everybody's on board. And then everybody has the claims. Is there any questions on the claims? Oh, thank you for printing the funds report, Gloria. I usually do that, but maybe I try to highlight them so you guys would know which is which. Okay. I didn't do mine, but I appreciate that.
I've seen something on here I want to ask about. You got find it again.
You asked about that hydrant, what
No,
hydrant?
yeah, I understand what that is.
She says that we're supposed to make a bill out to the city for,
Right.
yeah, okay. I didn't know if you talked to her or not, yeah.
My question is this, what's this Indian Child Support Bureau?
Well, we took it out of Chris Jack's check.
Oh, okay, so that's not coming.
No,
That's
no,
his-
it
all right.
come out of his payroll, and then we sent it to the Indianapolis.
Okay.
So that's what that is. It just shows what we paid.
So he actually paid it and we just had to
Oh,
sign it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Anybody else have any questions over the claims for September?
So I need a motion to approve the claims, please. Lloyd will give a motion there's a motion on the table to approve claims for last month. I need a second. Jimmy will second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passed. We don't have any tabled business. We don't have any presentations. For the departments, for the police, while Alex was down at Academy, which Thursday is his last day, so thank goodness he'll be done by Thursday. So next Friday he'll be on board. But his radar quit working. He did get 3 quotes here. And he said he would take the lowest quote. He has a quote for $3,021, a quote for $1,755, and then a quote for $1,682. And he said that he would do the lower one. It doesn't matter to him, but we need to approve for him to get the radar.
Is there a difference between the radar systems, is one better than the other?
He said actually this one will work with with the J County system that they have or whatever. So I don't know. He just said that he would prefer to take the lower one.
Okay.
So if I could have somebody please approve for the radar. It's through Stalker Radar, and it is $1,682 for the radar for Alex's car. I need a motion.
Make a motion.
Jimmy makes a motion to approve that. I need a second, please.
I'll second.
Floyd Light will second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so Gloria, do you want this quote, Lynn? Yeah. Okay. There's 3 here, but this is the one, so I'll start this one right here. This is the one.
What was that price?
$1,682, is that right? Yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
And then, I don't have anything else for the police, but just to let you know, the other night I was called by some people
I can't, all I'm saying is I just can't wait for him to be back. It's gonna be
Me too.
great. Jenny, your next parks?
Oh, the thing I had passed out to everybody, the stack of papers, it has the quotes for the park, the splash pad, and then the pavilion that we're planning on putting up. So there's 3 different quotes in here. The splash pad, it's a little north of $330,000, a lot more than what I thought. Yeah, it's gonna go in phases, of course. So literally, it's gonna be $1 million park when it's all said and done, if we are able to get all the funding and grants, and, yeah. So quite pricey, but I think it'll be worth it. I did get a hold of the lawyer that has the Finch Trust the other day.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, there is 1 parcel of land left in the trust. He said that somebody is interested in buying it, and he has pledged to take those proceeds and put it towards our park.
Perfect.
He didn't say how much land it was gonna go for, but he said that that's the last of the trust, and he'll put that towards our playground.
I'm just glad you
Is
might
the land in Redkey,
No, it's in Portland.
Portland?
out at the industry park, right?
Yep, industrial area, yeah.
That's close to Walmart, isn't it?
Yeah, it's out there where like FCC and all that stuff is.
So I'm hoping it goes for a pretty good price.
Yeah, me
You
too.
know, so.
How much land is he?
He did not say.
I didn't even know anything about it, so I'm glad you found that out. I'm glad you guys found that out. Thank you.
I forget who told me, and then I told her. So.
Yeah, yeah. And I found the numbers, I misplaced it, and then it ended up on my dresser, and I was, where'd this come from? So,
Okay.
but,
Well, good.
yeah, so anyway, this has the quotes, it has the pictures, you know, what it will look like, the dimensions. She did come out yesterday and measure the, old concession building. And she said that that would be, doable to house the filtration system.
So do we need to get a hold of CN then for grants now, or what?
I've already talked to her. She was gonna get a hold of the railroad, and talk to them about, funding, for the splash pad.
Okay.
She was already working with them. The lady from, the playground, she sent me a whole bunch of, grant information. I did give that to CM, so
Okay. All right. Good job, Jenny. Thank you.
just working on it. So, but that, yeah, that's where we're at with that. And then, just trying to form the park board too, so we'll get to that whenever.
Okay. Sewer, water, storm water, and streets for you. I know that Seth's off, so whatever you know is great.
Like I said, Seth is doing a great job, so you just have to be awake today.
That's not me. It was me last week, last time.
So we'll start off with streets. With winter coming on, our red truck has got a plow on it, and what we want to do is get a quote for new tires on the red truck, because it just basically needs it for the winter. And it's a really good plow truck. It's also the one that's got the salt spreader attached to it. The other thing is that with the salt spreader on there, it has totally disintegrated the bed on the truck. And so what we want to do also is take the old bed off of there that's chewed up by the salt, and put a flat bed on there, so that way we can accommodate bigger equipment and everything else. So if we can get permission to get the quote for the tires and then bed on the truck, if that's all right with the council.
How many tires you need, Ted?
4.
All 4 of them?
All 4 of them.
You
They're
got a
pretty
price
bald.
on them yet or anything?
That's what we're gonna get a price on. We just need permission to get a quote.
I'll get a price off of Joey Johnson down there. He said,
Yep.
I buy off of him.
Yeah, no, we've got,
Yeah.
I think all of our vehicles, our tires are from Joey.
Also in Walmart, Ted, when we got the police tires, they were only $800 and some because we're a government entity and they gave us quite a bit of a discount, so just saying, and they do give a warranty,
Right.
so.
We also have, speaking about winter coming on, we've got 3 quotes from Right Way Automotive for a plow for the new truck. One of the plow options is a straight plow, which comes in at $8,700. That's all right, but the problem is that with those straight plows, they kind of limits what we can do. Haven't plowed last year and stuff. I know that what we really need is a V plow, and so for an extra $1,500 basically for $10,135, we can get a V plow, 8'2" V plow for the new truck. That'll double our capacity, so that way in the wintertime, so one of us can take one of the trucks to plow with and the other take the other truck. I think it'll be a good benefit to the town.
So you have 2
plows.
snow plows?
2 snow plows, that way we can do the town in half the time. So I've got the quote in here, and that's the one that we're actually kind of advocating for. There's another option for even bigger plow for $10,300, but what we found is that if the plow is too big for the truck, it really just overpowers the truck, and so we really, we're hoping for the $10,100 plow.
So he's going for the A2 plow, is that it?
Yeah,
Okay.
A2B plow.
Right.
Right Way will put it on, they'll put all the electronics, all the controllers and everything else into the town.
So can I ask that we do the budget meeting first and then see where we are for that? And see where we can pull that from, and then we will table it until next month. We still have plenty of time, in October to vote that in.
Yeah.
Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Is that okay with everybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pray to the weather gods for the snow to hold up.
Yes.
If it snows real bad, call
All right, sounds good. Miller Pipeline, they're coming back. They did not get permission to burrow under the railroad because they needed, the railroad company was stalling them and stuff. But they're back in town starting tomorrow, but they're going to be closing parts of East Main at Spencer, possibly High at Spencer next week, East High.
So Spencer and what?
Main, East of Main.
Spencer and Nate. So Sarah, will you put that on the government site, and then how about on the Facebook town hall page? Thank you.
Last week, actually, Seth and I, we got energetic and stuff. We put in 45 meters, the new smart meters in 3 days. So that means we've got approximately 80 to 82 smart meters to go to put in and stuff. So we're really trying to make a push to get all the meters in before at least the leaves come off the trees. The other good news, we've got chlorine and iron testers that we need for the water testing, for the drinking water. The meters that we had were really old. They were starting to get to the point where we couldn't trust the results, and IDEM was already saying, well, IDEM, but Stouter was saying, no, you should probably get these replaced. So we got those replaced. We got brand new meters of the same type of model that we used before. We can use the same test kits and stuff like that. So, did you want to know the price on it? Or? Okay. For both meters, it was $1,500.
Okay. So I need a motion to approve the $1,500 for the new meters for the water plant to test the water.
I make a motion.
I have a motion on the table by Jimmy Phillips for the $1,500 for the water testers. I need a second.
I'll second.
Floyd Life will second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
All right. And then on to the sewer plant, everybody's favorite. There is an outflow. Basically, there's a field tile that runs from north and east of town, and it goes through a couple of blocks of Redkey before emptying into the Redkey run. IDEM in the past had detected that there's some sewage in that outflow, and so they said, Redkey, it's your problem. So we did some testing and everything else, and it's not coming from Redkey. We closed off any connections from Redkey and stuff. And so it's now, Ivan's going like, what are you gonna do next about it? And so I said, I wrote a letter to the county and stuff, and I said, county, it's not your problem.
Yep.
And so I spoke with IDEM, and I spoke with the Indiana Finance Authority and a couple other folks and stuff. And I've also spoken with the health department, the county health department, and the county surveyor. And so they're all aware of the situation. And now it's with the commissioners. Commissioners have been formally informed of that. So so we're going to be working with them. Apparently, right now, what we can deduce, again, we can't really do much. The town can't really go into the county and try to diagnose where it's coming from. And so, but we've actually we think it's from one of several houses, or maybe a couple of houses. And so we've actually found some funding sources that the county could use to finance either repairing their septic systems for those houses or connecting them to Redkey sewer systems. But again, that's up to the county at this point. We can only offer advice.
Are you talking about repairing the septic systems?
In the county, for houses in the county. But that's
Okay.
not, but that's, again, that's going to be up to the county to decide how they want it.
How much too much water are you using at the sewer plant?
That's a totally different conversation. Right now, we're talking about,
Okay, that's all I know.
the contaminated water coming into Redkey from the county. But actually, that is a good segue though. There is there is flooding that happens at the sewer plant just from whenever it storms. We're working with the EPA. They're actually getting some contractors, some engineers under contract in order to help us diagnose where the problems are coming from and the most cost-effective way of dealing with the problems. So there's still, again, the spirit is willing, but the administrative people are unable to get this thing done quickly. But it is moving. But in the meantime, Seth and I were going through some maps and stuff like that. We found where 10 years ago there were some smoke tests, and they found that a number of houses had downspouts connected to the sanitary sewer. They had sump pumps, they had cleanouts that are just open that are draining into our sanitary sewer. And that's all contributing to the flooding that I experienced at the sewer plant whenever it rains. So one of the things, we have an ordinance already in force that can compel us to go in there and inspect houses where we suspect that there might be downspouts, sump pumps, or cleanouts, and draining into our sanitary sewer. And one of the things we want to do is disconnect them, but rather than just saying we want to disconnect you, there are new storm sewers that are been put in town. So we want to give people the option of like, hey, if you want to drain your yard, maybe we can figure out a way to connect up with the storm sewers. So that way it'll get it out of this, it'll help with what's going on in the sewer lines, but it'll also give people the option of doing something else with their water. We're kind of put that on hold until Alex comes back from the academy, because we do need law enforcement to help us with that, because I know that from personal experience and the number of shut-offs that I've done, people can be very violent, possibly, at least belligerent, and so I think it'd be better if we start approaching people with police.
Did you say you was gonna be putting in new drains, like for people that wanted to connect?
No, we're gonna see if we can get them to have an option to connect to a storm
I don't
drain.
think we have a storm drain right down by our house really, that we could.
No, and that's a problem with some areas of town. So some areas will have to just deal with flooding, but it is what they're doing. If you're connected to, if you're putting storm water down into the sanitary sewer, you are in violation of an ordinance, and we will be enforcing those ordinances.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I told Randy something about somebody that connected to one, that they can't, not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Because I was telling him, maybe we should do that, but he says you're not supposed to.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that we've seen just walking around.
They still do it?
There's a lot of people there doing it.
Really?
Yes.
Let me say something. I use 3,500 gallons of water a month.
Right.
And I've got a septic tank that's cleaned out and everything.
Mhm.
And my storm sewage, that's going to your sewage there, is that close to that kick out on my storm sewer. And all I gotta do is run my bathtub water, my zinc water, and my kitchen water, and my washing machine water into my sump pump, and I can give you 500 gallons a month instead of 3,500. If there's enough people to do that, you wouldn't have to worry about what's coming off people's roofs, because you could cut your water down 60 or 70%.
The problem is like in the last, when we had that bad flood in June, I received an extra 5 million gallons of water in 4 days. So, I mean,
An extra 5 million
an
gallons.
extra 5 million in 4 days. So I appreciate
What
the offer.
do you get in 4 days without the 5 million? What do you get?
I get about 4 days, 400,000 gallons.
So from the people in town and everything, you're getting 400,000 gallons a day?
Just in a regular 4-day business, 4-day, yeah. Right now, it's around 400,000 gallons. But yeah, and so I've gotten like 10 times the amount of water. So I appreciate the offer, but 3,000 gallons is really not going to make a.
Well, if you had 150 people did, then it'd be what, about 500,000 gallons?
It would you then run the risk of having actual sanitary water getting up into the creek that's untreated and stuff, and then we're back to square one without then going like you're releasing sewage into the creek that's untreated. It's I think the better way, and IDEM actually agrees, is that we need to control people and I mean the downspouts really don't need to go into the sewer plant, because that's just water, that's storm water, that's pure water. That's going into the sewer plant, and it's just a problem.
I got 2 50-gallon barrels, and I take my rainwater and put it in there to water the flowers and water the garden and everything with, you know.
Yeah.
So if them people's got the downspouts, if you can tell them to get 2 free 50-gallon barrel things over to the dump,
Mhm.
and they got a spigot on them and everything,
Right.
and then you'll be watering the flowers with rainwater.
Mhm.
Used to, a lot of people, when it rained, they put their wash tubs out there and everything. So they can wash your clothes on Monday morning.
Thank you for trying to conserve, we appreciate that.
Yeah, well, I thought of it, and I seen that, how close I was, I'm like, stick out there and everything.
Is that the end of you, or you still got more?
That's the end of mine and stuff.
What about, will you remind me about the backflow preventer test? We came up with something, what's going, so that we can let the public know, because these are for like the school and fishers and stuff like that. Remember, we talked about it, but we didn't have an answer, so what did Seth find out about that?
What we found out is that the individual companies that have backflow preventers and their companies and stuff will have to pay for the inspection. But Redkey at the water plant will have to keep a record of all those inspection reports. So what we're planning on doing is having Corzine come into town. We'll coordinate with all the companies and businesses that have backflow preventers. We'll say one day we'll just have Corzine come in and inspect all of them. Then they'll give individuals a bill. What that will do is save the companies, because Corzine's coming in from Muncie, and so it'll save them the cost of the travel time for Corzine to come in. They can do 7 or 8, whatever, inspections. We'll collect the paperwork. Corzine will distribute bills to the companies.
Is it yearly?
It is yearly,
Okay,
yes.
yearly.
Mhm. And there's one at the sewer plant, and so as a gesture, I think it might be good for the town to say we will take, if there's an extra charge for travel time, maybe the town can pick up that travel time. And then the companies will just have to pay for whatever it costs for their company to their backflow preventer to be inspected.
Okay, thank you.
Ted, how you on getting your sewer permit?
Honestly, with everything going on and stuff, I have not given it a second.
Do they
thought.
give that once a month or once every so often?
I
They give
have
it.
not checked into it at all, and it's just been too busy.
And then,
It'd save us a lot of money if you get there.
and then another thing that I wanted to talk about was, Well, actually, Jimmy, it's not gonna save us any money because they still have to be here because Seth can't test until next year, so we still have to be under the contract for the same amount anyway.
How long did you sign that contract, $2,000 a month, for him to sign off on that? How long did you sign that contract?
That contract stays in effect until both Ted and Seth are licensed, because they both have to be licensed.
Okay, but now a year you're allowed to take the test, right?
He is, but Seth isn't, and it would have been 2 years, but because of his education, they're allowing him to do it in 1 year. But for Seth, he has to have 2 years under his belt. He can't test until that 3rd year.
I thought you had to have 1 year and you could test and be it.
1 year for the sewer,
Yeah.
2 year for the water.
Right.
Okay, so you can test for the sewage now.
Yeah.
So then we got a contract now getting $2,000 a month to sign.
He still has to come,
For the water
because
test.
till they both tested and are licensed.
So if he takes the test and passes it, he can't sign anyway.
He can,
No,
if he
it's
takes a test and passes, he can sign for the sewer, but we still have,
Okay,
Seth
I follow you on that.
yeah,
I follow you on that,
yeah,
yeah.
okay, all right. And then another thing I wanted to bring up again, thank you, Ted, was for the trash. I know that, Best Way has been still picking up some of the trash cans. They're saying that certain people were grandfathered in for 2, but if you have more than 2 trash cans at your house, you must contact Best Way and set up an account with them and pay $5 per can, how many ever cans you want, through their company and not through the water department. And then you can continue to have your cans, but if you don't do that, they will be taking the cans. And I just need for the public to understand that when your can comes up missing, if you're not paying for that extra can, you're not gonna, you don't get it.
I thought they were gonna start that in January.
They already started it and they're continuing.
Because
to
I
do it.
asked them last month to pick that
Right,
up, and that's still sitting there.
okay,
So they need to come pick that mess up too.
okay. They're still working on it.
Yeah, because it looks like there's been more trash cans added over there and not deducted.
And then before we move on, one more thing about your parks, Jenny, I got some text messages from Bill and his wife, and they graffitied, even though he painted the picnic tables, they graffitied up the picnic tables again with private parts and all that stuff again. And then there was matches out there like they were trying to set the picnic tables on fire. So we're gonna have to do something about some security, system out here somewhere.
We don't have cameras.
We don't have no Wi-Fi here, that's
I thought
why.
we
We have Wi-Fi for her, I mean, it's a portable one, but it's not one that hooks up in our building.
I thought we had one for the building.
We have one for here, but you can't leave it here because it don't attach to nothing, it'll walk off, so Sarah brings it back and forth. So we need to we'll talk about it again next month or whatever, but we really need to think about that. And maybe when Alex gets here and he gets his, the reserves on board, we won't have as much, but until then, everybody just needs to be vigilant. And so that's all that. You have anything for the fire department? Mark?
Nothing new.
Okay.
So the only new thing that we're working on, some estimates for our rescue truck. It's got a serious rust issue on the box of it. So we're working on estimates and we'll bring that to you whenever we get those.
I'm trying to get,
Go ahead, Mark. Wait a second.
go ahead, go ahead, Mark.
Just wanted to check on funding for the pumper. So I know we talked a little bit about that in between meetings, but
We have. So, I know that Civitas and, JCDC both are licensed and they will help, with any grant. I'm telling you, I can't do a grant. I've never done a grant before in my life, and I know that I would fail at it because they're too complicated wording wise. So, if you guys find any grants that you want to apply for, both Pete's office and JCDC will be happy to help you apply for any grants that you guys can find.
right.
So that we can get
And
that.
From what I've heard, so I talked to, there's Travis and Nate back when they were in the positions. There's no grants for fire trucks right now. I know, CN is looking for them, has that on, put the top of her list of things to look for. But I think we're gonna have to look at that Indiana bond bank for funding, unless we're able to find a fire truck or a grant. So I know you had started to work on that, but I'm not sure where we're at with that.
I out the initial paper and
I can
when,
follow up with him.
okay,
so,
he'll
yeah,
follow up with it.
I can follow.
So we still don't have the date for our pump test yet, but it's usually sometime in September, October, so we should be hearing that about at any
So
time.
when you do, would you please let us know, because I know Byron is interested in seeing the pump test done, and I know that Jimmy also wants to see the pumper test
Yeah,
done.
we're kind of.
So,
Listen, I called the police about getting this report on the fire in April, whenever it was. And
okay,
then they got a hold of Sheminar, and then they called me back and said, Sheminar said that our lawyer's gonna have to subpoena all these things about
okay,
this
I'm
fire.
lost about what you're talking about.
I'm talking about that fire where that woman lost her life and everything. They should have been a state police report, there should have been a fire report, and there should have been a fire marshal's report from the state because it was a lie. And then I can't find out nothing, nobody can find out
I
nothing.
guess that would be up to Mara to
The
do.
seminar said she would have to turn in a subpoena for all the records in order for us to get them. Because we're named in the lawsuit.
But it's not a lawsuit, it's a tort claim, which
Well,
is
that's what I
different.
said,
It's a
but-
precursor to a lawsuit, and it's been submitted to insurance. They
Yeah.
will assign insurance defense counsel, who will then subpoena and do discovery
But
to
she
get the
will be
records that are
representing
needed.
us, right?
I will
Now-
be your liaison to that person, but your insurance will hire someone. And it won't be me.
So Jimmy, our tort is down here, it talks about the tort down here, can we follow the agenda and then we'll get to that, and then you can say anything that you wanna say?
Okay,
Is that
that's
okay?
all right.
Great,
I just
thank
said
you.
what I said.
Go ahead, Gloria, for water adjustments.
Okay, we have 6 this month. The first one is at 122 South Union. The bill was $218.48. The amount adjusted was $81.38. What's left, the new bill at $137.10. And then the next one, it was also because of a leak.
The first one was a leak also?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was at 248 East Main, and the amount of the bill was $340.06. We adjusted $141.21, and the amount of the new bill was $198.85. And then the third one was a pool, and it was at 217 East Grandview, and the amount of the bill was $411.22. And the adjusted amount was $149.31, which left the new bill at $261.91. And then the next one was also a pool, and it was at 234 Bell Avenue. The bill was $322.36. We adjusted $83.44, which left $238.92. And then the next one was a leak, and it was at 428 West Main, and the bill was $323.48. The adjusted amount was $217.19. The new bill was $109.29. And then the last one was a pool also, and it was 32 North Union Street, and the bill was $623.29. We adjusted $270.44 off of it, which left the bill $352.85. It's a total of 6.
6 of them?
Yeah, it looks like 3 pool and 3 leaks.
Okay, so I need a motion to accept the claim, or the adjustments, please.
I'll make a motion to accept the adjustment.
Jimmy, there's a motion on the table by Jimmy to accept the 6 adjustments. I need a second. Lloyd okay, Jenny will second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Jimmy? Okay.
Drinking water.
We don't have any contracts or agreements. We don't have a first reading on the ordinance. We do have a second, reading and, an adoption for, Jenny's Park Board. So, it's ordinance, 2025-2. It's an ordinance establishing a Department of Parks and Recreations. So I need a motion to accept, this ordinance.
Does she have everybody she needs and everything?
I don't know yet, but she can work
How
on it
many
after
you
we
got?
get the ordinance. So I need a motion to accept this ordinance.
I'll make a motion.
I mean to adopt this ordinance.
I'll make a motion to adopt the ordinance.
Okay, Jimmy makes a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-2. I need a second.
I second it.
Byron Doherty will second it. All in favor say aye. Aye. Congratulations, Jenny. Alright, we have no resolutions. We need to, Mark's here, so we need to set trick or treat, a time and a date
October 31st works for us, but works for you guys.
at 6 to 8.
6 to 8, and then
Okay.
we'll have the costume contest at the fire station, line up at 5:15, and the judging at 5:30. Hopefully the weather will stay warm for us.
Okay, so we're gonna do trick or treat on October 31st from 6 to 8. And they'll have a costume contest at the fire department at 5:15, and they'll judge it at 5:30. I need a motion to accept that.
I'll make a motion to accept that.
Okay, Jimmy makes a motion to accept trick or treat on October 31st from 6 to 8. I need a second,
I will.
and Floyd Life seconds it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. And then, okay, Jimmy, we do have a tort claim, and it's under insurance, and that's what I have to say about that, so,
Well, what they told me, she has to get them there,
okay,
subpoena the record
okay.
and everything, and then they have to go from there. But I don't know if we're getting sued, the fire department's getting sued, and then Randy Young's getting sued. And the way I read the paper is $800,000, but then some of the other papers said the maximum is $700,000. Because there's a lot of confusion.
They've cited the statutory maximum of
It's
700,000.
$700,000. Yeah, well, they sued for $800,000, so, and they said the maximum is $700,000. But nobody knows what's going on.
Well, that's because
Well,
it's
that's
still under,
insurance is gonna
it's still
investigate.
pending litigation, right? I mean, insurance.
They don't
Yeah.
publish
Right,
it,
yeah.
if I can do it.
So it's still just a tort.
How
That's-
do we know what's going on with us?
I guess they'll let us know when that
Yeah,
comes
once
to.
it-
What's the
Insurance
deadline for the
assigns
court? How long
someone.
we got for the
Oh,
court,
yeah,
you
they'll
know?
let us know.
3 months?
We will know.
Mm.
They can take a while to review.
2 years?
No.
1 year? But anyway, we need to know where we're at.
Well, as soon as they get with Mara, she'll share it with us, and she'll share it with Gloria, and then
The
Gloria will
police
let
got a
us all
hold of
know.
Seminar, he's the prosecutor, and he called back, they called back, said Seminar said, our lawyer has to subpoena all that.
Right.
So I can't get it, you can't get it, but then our lawyer, he said the lawyer has to subpoena.
Okay.
That's where we're at on that.
I also want to make it for the record known that we will have our first budget proposal on October the 14th, and is that at 6 o'clock, Gloria? 6 o'clock here at the cabin.
What was that again, sorry?
October the 14th at 6 o'clock, first budget proposal.
Damn it.
Huh?
Lisa's not gonna film this time.
So, is there anybody, can we have the public comment sheet, please? That's the other one. Can you come to the table, Heather? So Heather Waldo from Redkey Community Development.
Yes, I'm usually nervous on the line. I am representing the newly formed Redkey Community Development Corporation, and we're just a bunch of citizens who want to improve Redkey. And so far, I'm sure you've noticed, like I said last month, we've done some painting downtown. We're currently trying to, in coordination with the fire department, cleaning up the old fire station. And the big thing we're doing is we want to save the clock tower. So we have a movie night planned. But unfortunately, due to licensing restrictions for the Back to the Future movie, we cannot show that until December 1st. So we're going to show the Goonies, because Goonies, never say die. So on October 24th, we're going to show the Goonies movie for free. We're gonna have food trucks, popcorn, whatnot, cornhole, fire pits, everything up at the old fire station. So we'd like everybody to come out, have a good time, donate some money for our cause. Once we get our official nonprofit status, we're gonna be asking for more money to do more improvements. Right now, we're just kind of cleaning up the old fire station. So, you know, it's a 120-year-old building, 120-year-old building. It's on the National Historic Register. It needs to be taken care of. So we're doing our part to take care of it, and then we want to hand it back to the town or to do whatever they want with it, whatever the citizens of Redkey want to do with it. If they want to turn it into a museum, if they want to turn it into the old city building, if they want to do whatever. We just want to improve the town. We want to be positive impact on Redkey. We're also working at the what they call it, Pioneer Cemetery. I don't know what the actual cemetery. Mount Vernon Cemetery. We're doing some improvements out there, and that again belongs to the town. So once we get that all cleaned up, we're going to turn it back over to town control to take care of. We got some other things planned. We're looking for volunteers. We're looking for donations. We're looking for any kind of support. Anybody wants to help in any way. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, we have, in conjunction with the fire department, we may have located a motor or a head actually, for the old antique fire truck. And we're waiting, hopefully within the next day or so, we'll find out, hopefully, fingers crossed, say some prayers, good news. We can get the old fire truck up and running, get it back to, you know, parade quality, museum quality type, so something Redkey can be proud of. But hopefully more good news on that. We got something exciting. I just hope it all comes through. Say some, you know, throw some good words up, say some prayers and whatnot. But yeah, Redkey Community Development. We're trying to save the clock tower, and come on out October 24th. If you don't want to watch a movie, I don't know, you're lame because the goodies are awesome. We're going to try to plan more movies throughout the year, hopefully, and more activities, just to, you know, soup weekends or, you know, whatever. Just trying to get community involvement. So come on out, join us, have some fun.
How many you got in your community?
Right now we have about 10 people helping out. So
I'm in too. So,
yeah, we're looking for whoever wants to help.
But you said Bert wanted to take a look at that clock, didn't you? It's a 120-year-old clock.
Yes.
And then,
Yeah, we have an historian. It's an old clock. We're gonna try to get it, and we're gonna try to get it operational. We have some guys in town who know about it, and we're gonna try to tap their information. We're gonna get some of the older guys on record, film them, and see what we can record for the future. And
has anybody called the Historical Society in Portland too? I guess there's some grants, and it may not be a lot, but it could go towards the paint or the labor or whatever.
yeah, we have two individuals who are good with grants and are working on different things. And a lot of it's pending our nonprofit status.
Okay.
They're working on letters to send out to different corporations in the county to see about sponsoring different events that we're gonna have, so.
Okay.
I talked to Bill Watson, young Bill, and then he said that guy's working on that building up there and everything. I talked to him about painting and all that. And then they never went through it. And I talked
But you have
to
your
the
own
other
people
person,
coming
and
to
I
look
turned
at
in 2 bids for painting it, but then without the high lift on the clock, leave it off, and then the other thing, and then turned in the other bid on it.
You have people that have that you have looking into painting it.
Yeah,
too, right?
it's just we're working with a lot of volunteers who have the expertise. We're
Right.
just looking for funding to, you know, they want to donate their time and their expertise, but we're looking for money for equipment because, you know, some of them are older and they don't want to get on a ladder. I don't want to get on a ladder 6 foot, let alone all the way up there, but.
Can you have a list of what you're looking for so that at least we can talk about it and
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because we meet once a month again. We're gonna, you know, we have an actual legit organization, so we're just, yeah, we're trying to do it as, we want as much community involvement as possible. We don't want to ask for money, but obviously
Right.
nothing functions without it. We just want to try to get people involved more than anything, so.
Is it on Facebook when you have your cleanup?
So I mean.
Yeah, we try to post as much on Facebook. We have a page, it's a public page, Redkey Community Development. It's, actually the old fire station is the page, is the profile page, so you can't miss it. We post a lot on the town hall page. Yeah, we just wanna get the word out. We try to be positive, we try to, just do only good things. We have other things online, in the works for the town, just to improve things, so.
There's two windows up in these streets. One is trapped at that and one just got a board.
Well, thank you, Heather, for all you're doing in the community, we appreciate
And
it.
if the engine works out, we'll post that, and that'll be a good story, and I might be talking to the newspaper lady about that, so.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Helen.
Mr. Wright?
Sorry, you have to come to the chair because of the video camera. Thank you.
I like to have my stuff written down so I try not to forget anything. Being a former town board member, I think I know a little bit of what this town needs and how it should be ran. I just don't understand what this board's priorities are. They seem very good at wasting the town's money. One would think that they found the money tree that every town board in the past could never find. They hired an outside advisor to come in here and to tell them what he thought they needed, as well as to hire another employee in the clerk's office. Never in the past has this town needed 3 people in the clerk's office. But I believe that's a part of a secret plan this board has. That money would have been better spent going towards the fire department and another truck. I was a member of the rescue squad and fire department for 10 years. I know how important equipment is. And if they can't get these trucks certified, the town's insurance rates go up. And in return, each homeowner's insurance goes up. And now, with this new water use policy, I just wonder how long it'll be before the board tells the fire department how many gallons they can use to put out a fire. I'm sure everybody in town was confused as I was when they read the article in the paper about the ordinance. It wasn't worded very well, very confusing. But thanks to Gloria and Billy, they took the time to explain it to me and show me on the computer how the system's supposed to work. I'm really not in favor of it, and especially the wording about shutting the water off and the charge reconnecting. And then no more adjustments. I just don't believe that at all. Before I close, I hate to say it, but it's not Billy's job to train her new hire, with whom this board, I'm sure, wants to replace her with. The town's problem is not the water. Everyone pays for each gallon that's used. It is and should be the responsibility to every man, woman, and child in this town as to why Redkey cannot hire and keep good police officers. I know in the past, we had one of the best and most respected police departments anywhere in the area. And look what's happened in the past few years. So just think about it when you go to bed tonight. Who's protecting you, your family, your lives, and your property? I have just a few suggestions. One, you need to get rid of your new hire. 2,
Need to get rid of our new hire.
your new hiring, yeah, the new 3rd person in the office, clerk's office. 2, you need to buy a one-way ticket out of town for your advisor you're wasting money on. And 3, I think all 5 board members need to resign and be replaced with people who know how to govern this town was something that had disappeared in our society. Good old common sense. Thank you for your time. Have a good evening.
There was one thing that, go ahead, council comments. Jenny, do you have any?
I do. Something that we talked about the other day, I wanted to bring up last month, totally forgot, but Bill and I had talked about those lights out there at the ball court. We need to see if we can get somebody to take them down. They're not very stable. I don't know who would be able to take those down, but
I was gonna talk to Bill Tressler and see if they're even still connected to any kind of electricity. Now that we have keys to this, I thought there was like switches in that building.
There used to be, yeah.
Not anymore?
Yeah, he doesn't know now either, whether something's been disconnected or not, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
do any of them, none of them work today?
As far as I know, I haven't seen them in years.
Yeah, because them poles are pretty sketchy, so
Okay.
we can just get those down before they fall.
One of the things the street department is looking into is renting a lift, because we have to attach a shield onto the ladder to the water tower, and there's a couple other projects that require a lift, so maybe that could be, we can extend the rental for the lift for like a week, and we can go after those lights as well. Take those lights down.
Yeah, that'd be great, because I'd rather have them down before, we get a bad storm or something and they fall and
Yeah.
hurt somebody.
I also had somebody come up to the office and complain about the flags that are up, so they looked pretty bad.
Downtown.
Get them down,
I
okay.
said, you say downtown, mean the ones downtown?
Yes, the ones downtown, they said they looked pretty bad, and
Yeah.
they said they were gonna take them down if they didn't get taken down.
I think the guy.
I don't know if
I
you
looked
need,
I let my ladder out and I need to get it back to be able to get up
I don't know if
to
you
get to
need,
them.
just the
so.
ladder's what you need. I thought I
Yeah.
heard he was talking about the lift, but they said they looked pretty bad. They was in the Navy or something.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that the straps have popped on, so they're just hanging on by one.
He said they
They're
were
stuck on the
cheap
pole.
flags. We need to get better flags, he said.
The only problem with getting better flags on that is they get caught on the straps on the poles, and even a good flag's gonna get tore up. So we try to find some cheaper ones that'll last the season, and then usually try to get them up by Memorial Day and take them down around this time of the year.
Okay.
Anything else, Jenny?
I got this. Jenny, you done?
I think I'm done, Jim.
Okay, then. Friday, September the 12th, 2025, Jay County Council, Cost of Communications. The chart below breaks down. Jay County System Infrastructure, 1.48 million, drive testing, 67,000, Sheriff, 525,000, Jim's, 236,000, EMA, 97,000, Health Department, 15,000, Highway, 259,000 for 2.68 million. And then, Bryant Fire Department's $227,000, 45 cents.
Hey Jenny, can I just
Go ahead,
ask you
please,
exact, I know that it's okay for you to read it, but what are we understanding here?
Did we buy all these computers and all these here radios and everything else? Hey, we had,
This is
did we
new
have a guy
radio-
come in
new
here about
radio
3 months
system.
ago?
The new radio
The
system
guy come in here about 3
listen,
months ago, and he's gonna get for the fire department and everything.
the
else.
new radio system that Chris ordered is for the police, those are still okay.
Okay,
And then Gloria's got LEAP coming on October the 1st to put in the new computer systems.
Okay, but this year's Redkey Police, 30,000, Redkey Fire is 168,000. What is that for? That's what I wanna know.
That's
Is this
for the
for the
new radio
800s?
system.
Yeah, the new
The
radio
800s.
systems, yeah, and it,
Yeah, are these for the 800s, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all these that we bought this year. ain't
We're eight,
no
no,
good?
those were 800s, so the ones that Chris
We keep
purchased
them?
were 800s, yeah.
So we don't have to pay this.
I don't know, we're still gonna have to, we're still gonna have to pay like some kind of money to get in with the police, is the way I understand it, but that would be an Alex question, not a Brenda question.
Yeah, the county sheriff,
They're changing their whole radio
Yeah.
system around.
Yeah.
They're going with a new Motorola system,
yeah.
so they have better coverage and quicker response.
And it also, I think,
A new
communicates
tower.
with the surrounding counties
Yeah.
too.
So everything we got ain't gonna be no good.
No, our stuff is
No,
good, but
we're up
we're,
to date.
yeah, our stuff is good, but we're still, every county that's involved is gonna have to pay some kind of money to be,
So Ricky's gonna have to pay for the fire and the police, they're gonna have to pay $200,000
I'm not for sure how much it's gonna cost us in
for
the
radio.
long run. But because we already have the radio, so I don't know for sure.
We'll
Well,
have
have
to see what
somebody check
happens.
into it.
I'm sure they'll let us know.
They're still working on it.
That's what Alex will take care of when he gets
Yeah,
back.
it will, yes.
That's all I got.
Lloyd, do you have any comments? Byron?
Yes, I have something for new business if I can.
Okay.
I would like for the town to do a title search on them 2 damn buildings that are falling down up there. So we find out who actually owns them and get them to tear them buildings down before it fall down and hurt somebody.
What's the address?
I couldn't.
I'll get it to you and email
Yeah.
you both of those addresses, so, yeah.
One of them is Barber.
Yeah, Glenn Barber
Glenn
owns the
Barber
one.
one, and the other one is Funk Alley.
Yes. See, Watson's was gonna buy the one off of Glenn Barber and tear it down, but they wanted, a title search first, so we'll work on that after we get the title searches. And then I did forget to say, Mark, you guys have a fireman's container over here at the water tower, and I've been hearing some things that you guys wanted in that. Anytime you want in that, you can have the key and get your stuff,
Yeah.
alright? Alright, that's it. Is there anything else, Byron?
No,
Jenny?
I'm good, thank you.
Mara, have anything? Okay, Gloria? Alright, meeting adjourned.